It's about destiny. The story ain't over yet. Let's create history.
Back in the 2018 Stanley Cup Final, the Vegas Golden Knights overcame basically all the odds where all of the experts predicted that they would finish last or second last in the entire league, and instead they won the division and made it all the way to the championship, Stanley Cup. The crazier part of the story, for me at least, is that Vegas, which is the entertainment capital of the world and puts on shows like nobody else, including at hockey. You go to a hockey game, you actually get a show and people play hockey at it. They chose a video shot right here in a basement, literally this room in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, to be the intro video for game number 5 of the Stanley Cup Final, the biggest game in their team's history. And they even showed the video that was created here to the players before the players took the ice. And this is a story of how that happened. But the story isn't meant to be about me or to be about Greg, who made the video with me. It's about the power of the new world and the internet and technology and social that allows you to create content from anywhere and reach audiences everywhere. That is the power of the new world. So, back in 2018, Vegas makes this run to the Stanley Cup Finals. We had started a movement for Saskatchewan to adopt the Vegas Golden Knights, mostly because we just wanted to get their social media person on our podcast. But then it ballooned into this thing where we connected with fans and fell in love with the team. And people may have called us bandwagon jumpers, but we were in on the team early in the year when they were still supposed to be nothing. And this jersey right here, we bought to make an initial video, kept the tags on. Somebody noticed that, called us on it, so we had to rip it off, and then we had to become fans of the team. But we absolutely fell in love with the franchise over the year. And again, this is a team that kind of overcame all odds. They were called the Golden Misfits because they were players that were basically rejected from other teams that other teams didn't protect, so Vegas could bring them to their team. They had like 12 players that other teams traded extra stuff or gave money so that they would take these players, like the rejects, but they came together and they had this magical season. And people said, oh, they had a good regular season, they'll lose in the playoffs. And then they won in the first round, and they won in the second round, and they won in the third round, and they're in the Stanley Cup Final, and they win the first game. We happen to be there. The owner's son of the team actually gave us tickets. That's a whole other story for another day. Gave us his tickets, not just tickets, his tickets. And we saw him win game 1, and then in game 2, there was this incredible save by Braden Holtby, a kid from Saskatchewan. And they lost that game, even though they were coming back. They maybe should have won it. And then they went back to Washington, and they lost game 3. And then they lost game 4, and they're down 3-1, meaning Washington has to win one more game, and they win the whole thing. And this was a relatively new hockey fan base. The only year in existence, Vegas has never had a professional sports team before, and the only year they go right to the championship, and we won all the time. We always seem to come back, but we were down in this moment. And you could sense the despair growing in the fan base after, we lost game 2, lost game 3, lost game 4. We just couldn't seem to win. And it was during game 4 that Greg, my partner in crime, sent me a text, and he was watching at home and said, we need to make a video to remind fans that this isn't over. And the thing about it is, when Greg would text me and say, we should make a video about this, it meant, you should make a video about it and I'll star in it, because I was the technical one. I did all the filming and the editing and the lighting and setting everything up, and I would have to produce the whole video. But he said, I've got a song and I've got a script, which was good because, that was very helpful. He's like, let me play it for you in the morning. And he showed up right here in this room at about just after 9. And he played the song and read me a chunk of the script, and something just inside him was like, we need to make this video. And it was a video all about how, it kind of starts off like, well, I guess we've had a good run. It's been good. It's been fun. Thanks for the memories. And like, wait, what? No, we're not going to put up with this. It's not over. We're only down 3-1, and goes through these other examples of other teams that have come down from being down like this. And I was like, we need to make this video. And so we made the video right at 9:30 a.m. We started filming, started setting up the lighting, doing it all. in shooting it. And by 11 a.m. we had it done and edited, and we just put it out on Facebook. And it was really our love letter to the fans of Vegas, who, there's a whole other long story there, but how they really embraced us and they loved our movement to adopt the Golden Knights from here in Canada, because everybody else said that they shouldn't be hockey in the desert. And we just connected with them over that because Saskatchewan's a bit of an underdog, and Vegas was certainly an underdog in that sense. Everybody's thinking it's about the Strip. And so it was like our way to remind the fan base, like, this isn't over yet. So we put it out there. And then people just start liking, commenting, sharing the video. 100 shares, 500 shares, 1,000 shares, 3,000 shares. The video within like 3 hours has 400,000 views on the video. We posted on YouTube, posted on Facebook. People are commenting. It's actually funny. I don't know how they, who knows the way universe works, but they're like, they should use this as the intro video. They should use this as an intro video. Da-da-da-da, it's going around. Well, I think it was right around 4 p.m. We get an email from Brian Killingsworth. He's the Chief Marketing Officer for the Vegas Golden Knights. And he says, this video has been shared all around our office, and it's changing the atmosphere here. Meet Johnny Greco, who is our VP of in-game entertainment. Spent, I think, 5 or 9 years at WWE before coming to Vegas Golden Knights. And he says, this video made me want to run through a brick wall. Can we use this as the intro video to Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final? And that was just such an unbelievable moment, because here we are, 2 kids from Saskatchewan. We're really like, I like being from Regina, but I know on the grand stage of the world, it's not something that people look up to. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's a small city. It's got a weird name that should be pronounced differently. But here we were creating content in our basement that now people who worked in the WWE, that were in Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, were recognizing that the content was good enough to be on that stage. And there's just a few simple truths here that I kind of want to leave and connect with you if you're thinking about your business or your own content. Is one of the most important things that we did that helped us be a part of this was we started a movement. We wanted Saskatchewan to adopt the Vegas Golden Knights, which we knew probably wouldn't be well received. At least here, we're kind of in the middle of hockey country. We don't have our own team in Saskatchewan, but we've got Winnipeg, we've got Calgary, we've got Edmonton, lots of old Toronto fans and Montreal fans, all Canadian teams. And it's very Canadian that you cheer for Canadian teams when your team is out. We knew it wouldn't be popular, but we also knew that there was an appetite and there was reasons why it would make sense. And it was just something fun to get people going. Sometimes we like to get a rise out of people. We just want to see what was possible. But we started this thing and said, Saskatchewan needs to adopt the Golden Knights. Have a number of reasons. There's a video somewhere if you want to find it of why that was. But that movement created something sticky that people could attach to and latch onto. Also, it was something that meant a ton to the fan base in Vegas, who was being told, you guys shouldn't have a hockey team. And then they hear that a province in Canada, probably with 50, 100 million people, I don't know how many, are in Saskatchewan, but that they were validating that Vegas was a great hockey team and that Canadians wanted to adopt their team. It meant a lot to them. And there's something magical about when you tie your content, your message, whatever you're doing, to something that is a movement that is polarizing, that people can either get on board with or hate. Both those things create momentum for you. And the other one is just simply to try. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where your content's going to go. We created a lot of pieces of content. Some of them did great, some didn't always do great. But we swung for the fences. That's what we just kept doing. Let's start a movement. Let's try and get Jimmy Fallon here. Let's start a Moose War. Let's swing for the fences, take big risks, and see what happens. But thirdly, we did it for the right reasons. We did it because we believed in it. And if you're creating content or you're marketing or building a business where you don't believe the things that you're saying, it's not going to work. And you can see in this video, I'm going to play here in a few seconds, we believe this. We knew it was true, we believed it, and we put our hearts and soul into it. And that makes the difference for people when they can feel that and they can sense that. This is the video.
3, 2, 1.
It's night time!
Well, it's over.
No team's come back from being down 3-1 in the Cup Finals since 1942.
Guys, we had a good run. A great run, really.
And we've got a lot to be proud of.
The best expansion team in sports history. It was a really special season. Made some new friends, some great memories, but, you know, better luck next year, right?
It was a lot of fun.
Wait, what?
Excuse me? Are you giving up now? Are you just gonna roll over? We're only down 3-1.
3-1 as in not done yet. 3-1 as in you gotta win 4.
You know what that means?
See you in Game 7.
Guess what? We're back to where we've always been.
No one believes in us then, and no one believes in us now, and that's fine with me, because you know what else they said?
They said, you can't make the playoffs.
You guys can't win the division.
You can't beat the Kings, the Sharks, the Jets.
They said you can't win 3 in a row.
Well, guess what? We can.
We're here, and it's happening. Yes, we can.
So, what are you going to do?
You gonna shake hands, say better luck next year,
Say thanks for the memories?
good game, guys? Or,
We've got a different idea.
because the battle is just getting started.
Boston Red Sox, 2004, down 3-0. Never been done. They did it.
Tom Brady, 2017, down 25 points. Never been done. He did it.
The Cavs down 3-1 in the finals to the Warriors. Never been done. They did it.
VGK, 2018, we are doing it.
We don't care if you don't believe in us. Has-been, misfits, nobodies, rejects. Guess what? We don't care.
It's not about them.
It's not about hockey.
It's about destiny.
The story ain't over yet.
Let's create history.